Capers are a great way of adding a little bit of saltiness to pastas and pizzas. But do you know where they come from? Now, I have to admit, I didn't really know a lot about them, but they are grown right here in South Australia. So I had to check it out. When Riverland locals Barry Porter and Helen Jones looked around for a retirement hobby in 2006, they thought that capers had a bit of potential. And today, their organic budding beauties are picking up food awards right around the country. So how many plants have you got here?
About 250. We first started planting in 2006 and have gradually increased the numbers. And this is how we pick them. I don't want to bend over and hurt my back, so we use milk crates with cushions on them.
This is brilliant. Nice and comfortable.
Sit down at a bush and start picking.
So we're picking the capers here, but you've also got caper berries there as well. What's the difference?
The caper berries are the actual fruit of the caper plant. The capers are the unopened flower bud. The chefs love the baby ones. The home cook, for a lot cheaper, will use the larger ones for pizzas and pastas and simple dishes like that.
And the caper berries?
They're mainly an antipasto dish, but they go very well with fish and seafood.
And the flowers are just stunning. Tell me about these.
The flowers only last overnight and into the next day. The plants flower for 6 months of the year, so I sell a lot of plants as garden plants. They use a lot less water than roses and flower for a lot longer part of the year, and they're a beautiful flower.
60% of Kolophon's produce is sold directly to five-star chefs throughout Australia, which proves that our Riverland climate is ideal for these desert-loving plants.
We actually use a dry salting method, and this means that every couple of days I have to come out and actually roll the little capers around in that lovely salty brine. And by doing this, it actually aids the fermentation process.
Even the leaves are processed. Finely sliced, these work well with seafood, in salads, and even mashed potato. I'm going to use Barry and Helen's capers to make a really quick pasta dish. And the great thing about a light pasta dish like this is it takes almost no time at all to cook. So in my pan here, I've got garlic, chili, basil stems, which I've just finely sliced, and some cherry tomatoes as well. And just fry that off for about 30 seconds or so. I want to add some zucchini, which I've just shaved really thinly with a vegetable peeler. That can fire away there. I'm going to add some of these capers now as well. I've got some hot smoked salmon here, which we've just flaked up. That can come into my pan as well. A few little pine nuts, and I've also got some herbs. I've got some dill and parsley. I've got some basil as well, but you can use whatever herbs you've got growing in your garden. I've also got the zest of half a lemon as well. So this is where I'm going to add my pasta now. I've got some linguine, which I've just boiled in water for a couple of minutes. Now this is the way that a restaurant does it. Boil it, have it in a little bit of olive oil tossed through, so I can just add it straight to my pan, nice and easy. It's going to be easier now. I'll just toss this around a little bit. Okay, lovely. Look at that. And I tell you what, that is ready to plate up. If that's not the quickest pasta you've ever seen, I don't know what is. And finally, a little bit of basil, just for a little bit of freshness at the end. Okay, so you've really got to try these capers. The flavour is second to none. They've got this great little texture, and best of all, they're local.